I wonder if you remember those black and white films that used to be shown on a Sunday afternoon. They were usually westerns, and they had this very obvious plot dynamic, usually a good person, a bad person, and a damsel in distress who needed rescuing from some situation or another. I remember watching one particular film, and in it the outlaw had been cornered. This was his final moment before he was caught, and I remember him running the length of the town and bursting through the doors of the local church. He ran into the middle of the building, threw his arms wide open, pointed his head to the sky, and cried in a loud voice, "Sanctuary." Now, I don't remember what else happened in the plot of that film. It was a long time ago. But I do remember that moment and being so struck by the fact that in his moment of desperation, that person turned to God and to the church. Having places that are safe is important. For many of us, that safe place will be our home. It's nothing quite like the safety of our own four walls around us. But also we find safety in our routines, in our day-to-day life. We take comfort in our plans because we like to know what's happening today, what's happening tomorrow, what's happening next week, next month, even next year. We take great comfort in making those plans and knowing what will be happening to us. Churches historically have always been a place of safety, a place where our faith is shared, and together as a church family, we encounter God through sacrament and through word. Like the outlaw in our Western, in our psalm today, we encounter the author in a place of desperation. In exile, there is no place of safety. There are no four walls to bring comfort. There are no day-to-day tasks that need to be doing. There's no structure to life, and there's no plans to be made. It's uncertain what will happen even that afternoon, or tomorrow, or next week, or next month, or next year, or in the years to come. And in desperation, the psalmist cries out to God, "Be merciful to me. Hide my soul in you. Hide me under the shadow of your wings." There have been times over the last few days and weeks where I've wanted to echo that cry out to God. And perhaps you have felt or feel the same. You want to cry out to God, ask him to wrap us under that protection, the shadow of his wings. Suddenly, many of those places that we turn to for safety and sanctuary do not feel so safe anymore. We have lost our routine. Our plans have been put on hold. We can't even enter our own church buildings. In the face of such distress, the psalmist turns to God. And in doing so, he reminds us of God's faithfulness and commitment to us. Rather than flee the situation, the psalmist chooses to remain. As verse 4 says, he remains there among the lions. He remains steadfast because his mind is fixed on God, on that time when once again people will gather and worship, and the town and the whole nation will hear the name of God lifted high in praise and worship. It seems that all of us will have to find a new normal over the coming days and weeks ahead. And as we do this, we'll have to come to terms with all that has happened, both to us personally, but also as a church family. My prayer is as we do that, is that we turn our face towards God, that we cry out to him. We put our trust in that faithfulness, in that commitment, and we allow ourselves to be gathered up under those protective wings, to wrap them around us and take solace and sanctuary in him.